do something about my weight, to do something about my numbers when I went to go get a health checkup last time. And what kind of scared me is that when I had to do blood work, my numbers were really high to being pre-diabetic. And I just ignored it. I just, kind of like, I'll cut down sodas or I'll switch to diet soda and stuff. So Melissa here, I met her through a mutual friend, Tina Olivas. And Melissa, for over 3 years, just kept sending me encouraging messages and just, hey, how are you doing? And I would always be like, yeah, I'm good. And just kind of always wishy-washy. And finally, when I got those numbers and the nutritionist and doctor said that you need to do something, I was like, man, I got to. And then lo and behold, I get a message from Melissa. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I was afraid, of course, because of my commitment level, not because of the products and not because of Melissa. It was my commitment. And I thought, gosh, I need to do something, because literally my breath was just, I was out of breath. And also last year or even before, in 2019, in November, I caught that stupid Rona. I know I did, because I was just sick, man. It hit me in my lungs and coughing, everything. So much so that my husband, John, had to take me to the emergency room. And this is before pre-Rona. This is before they said, they gave it a name. And I remember even after they gave me the antibiotics and whatnot, I stayed coughing like this stupid cough for like 2 whole months afterward. And then I was back to work, of course, but I never got the capacity in my lungs. I never did. And it scared me, because I was working and I had to take like a breather or two, and I just kind of had to just suck it up, or just kind of. So after all of that, and then being home this all last year, of course, we didn't have exercise equipment and I wasn't getting any, of course, but I gained more weight. So when this all came up, not only was my numbers scary to me and me breathing, but I thought, my kids are still young. They're older, but they're young. Sierra is 18. She graduated, and she's starting her second semester in college at Northern. Josh is 21, and it's just crazy that. And so now what I'm looking to, and my son David is 30. So all of this here is just all these numbers. And so for me, I'm thinking, gosh, when they start their family, where am I going to be? Am I going to be able to enjoy grandkids? Am I going to be able to enjoy just being active with them, being a baby, holding the baby and all this other stuff? And so that played into fact of me making the decision. So when that happened, and this happened, believe in November, right, Melissa? That when I finally just took the plunge, and I did it. I committed, I ordered. Melissa walked me totally through it. And I want to say I was very impressed with the support. I was very impressed with just going, not necessarily at my pace, but starting where I was at. I wasn't starting like I was already, active and all that stuff. I started where I was at. And I had to make that decision to move forward and be like, okay, I got to do this. So I went and ordered a system, and Melissa's going to tell you more about it. So the big reveal is I did what's called an 8-day, it's a jump start. And on that jump start, It has a very, I liked it because it was real structured. I'm a structured person. I'm not one to just kind of like, yeah, we'll throw this and this. No, it gave me a plan to follow. It gave me all the ingredients, and it also gave me measurements and meals. And I even have this one personal. I don't even know. He's called Xander, and he texts me and he says, "Hey, Stace, now's the time for this. Hey, Stace, don't forget this." And it's always encouraging, and I liked it. I like that. Even though I'm home and I could do it myself, a lot of times you're just kind of just doing things, and so that extra reminder helped me. So, long story short, I went in at, almost 230 pounds. That's where I was at. And I was always kind of creeping like in between, like in my early, like 223, 25. That was kind of like where I was, to me, I was like in a safe zone. But I actually started going up, and I didn't realize, because of this staying home and because of just not being active and because of anxiety and just the worries and, all of that stuff, I packed on extra weight. So when I started and I had to weigh myself, I was actually like, oh, crud. I was actually like, wow, okay. So I did it, and I completed 8 days. I did it. That's the miracle for me. I mean, I was like, how am I going to give up sodas? And what about bread? And all that other stuff. But yet, because of the structure of this, it really helped me. And it gave me a lot more variety. So I can proudly say that I lost 7 pounds in 8 days. And that was super, super convincing for me. Like I was, what? Like 7 pounds. That's almost a pound a day. And then not only on the scale, like you have to do measurements. So of course I measured my arms and my gut and my butt and all that other stuff. And I end up losing like close to 10 inches around. I lost like 2 inches off of each thigh. I mean, my thighs, you could start a fire because they're always rubbing, and I'm always trying to get some jeans because I'm always tearing like the holes in my inner thighs. And I lost 2 inches off of those. I lost 2 inch off my arms. I lost close to 2 inches off my waist. And sadly, on my chest, I lost some, and I don't need to lose some there. I wish what's on my gut can go up to there. But anyway, that's another thing. That's another operation. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be thankful for what God gave me, and there's others that are more blessed than me. Edna, Renee, not naming names or anything, but you guys are blessed. So Edna, she's putting it up to her face now. She's like, you don't want to see this blessing. But I'm just thankful for, Renee, just a little side joke. Me and her, when we were starting out, we've known each other for years. And so we would try and go and be active. And it was funny because if you put us side by side, we would make the perfect shadow because she had the top and I had the back. And man, we made that brick house song shadow. And I was like, this is us. But then you separate us and there we were back to us. But anyway, I'm just thankful that I started it. Like I said, I am no way trying to be some greasy car salesman. But this is actually the first product out of many that I've tried in all my years that I actually believe in, that actually caused me to clear all my shelves, all my cabinets, caused me to just really be more proactive instead of reactive. And so I wanted to invite you guys, just because I know what it's like to feel sluggish. I know what it's like to feel just out of shape, man. And it sucks because back in my younger days, I was, active. I was in tennis. I was, I would do something. And obviously getting older, getting near 50, I know that I'm not in a wheelchair, but if I don't do something, I'm heading there at an early age. I also know in my age, I've already outlived both my parents. And so, uh, yeah, I have already outlived both my parents. And that's crazy because I'm 48. I'll be 49 this year and have already outlived both my parents. And when I think back on that, I'm like, man, they were young. So, more than just weight, that's just the benefit. That's not even the priority. More than that, it's that my mental health, my spiritual health, and my blood work is all being positively affected by this. So I want to be able to just hey, there's Candy and there's Janelle. They finally got on. Awesome. So I just want to be able to, you know, can you guys hear me, Candy? I just want to make sure that you're not on mute, or can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay, girl. Yay. This is my sis from Florida. So I have Florida here. So uh this is Candy's sister. This is my coach, Melissa. And
Hi.
there's Sierra Mo.
Baby.
Yeah. So I was just sharing with everybody that I did an 8-day jump start on this awesome program that my coach Melissa is going to say. I want to just encourage you guys to listen. So on the 8-day jump start, I lost 7 pounds, and that's amazing. That's like almost a pound a day. And the system was very easy for me to follow, which says a lot because I'm always very analytical. And so I'm always, I can just totally analyze a simple color. Instead of saying, is it red? Okay, what kind? Is it maroon? You know, is it, lipstick red? Is it fire red? So, but this system was actually very good. And like I said, I'm not here to make money. Please, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to, be a greasy car salesman. That's not who I am, and I never was that or will be that. But I wanted to share my experience, and knowing that we have another year coming up, and knowing that based on from what's happened last year, I want to be ready. I want to be ready physically. I want to be ready spiritually. I want to be ready mentally. And what happens is physically, you could weigh yourself down by the decisions we make. And it's easy. There are times I spent like all day. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna lie, like all week almost in my PJs. And that's not good. And that's not me. But because the way I was feeling, I didn't have that motivation. I didn't have that energy. So I can honestly tell you that in this here, because it's so structured and because the way you feel on it, man, I actually did feel a lift. I did feel, uh, encouraged to do it. And I was full. And I was like, what? I'm full? Wow, that's a miracle. And I actually didn't have any sodas. I was a diehard Pepsi person, both regular and diet. Um, and then the breads. I thought that's hard for me to quit breads, but you know what? I did it. And even though it's just 8 days, I know I'm ready to go forward and to move forward on that. And I know that I'm motivated to do it. So, as a recap, my coach, Melissa, she's been with me for over 3 years because she reached out to me through a mutual friend. And I'm thankful for her because she's been very patient. She's been very encouraging, even when I didn't order anything, even when I was like, oh, okay. But she would always reach out and she would always because it's worked for her and she'll give you her story. But I'm starting my journey. I'm stoked about it. I feel like I could do this. And most importantly, God is with this. God is in this. He's in this because he cares about me. And he's in this because he created this temple and he wants me to take care of it. And even though I'm weak, it doesn't mean that I go through this by myself. So I asked God, join me in on this. Help me to curb those cravings and help me to stick with this. Help me to be consistent with this. And you know what? He has, because he knows how important it is to me, not just because the temple he created, but he knows that the way I feel about myself sometimes. And so he says to me, he says, daughter, I'm with you. Whatever makes your heart leap is my desire. And I was blown away because I'm like, man, God, you're amazing. Because the Bible says that he knows the treasures of your heart. And so the treasures come with how I feel about myself. And I was like, you know what? Thank you, God. I know you're with me on this. And he's also just total, because like I said, I haven't craved any breads. I didn't break down and get off the wagon of the sodas. And I could tell you, this weight didn't come from just, portions and I'm limiting whatever. No, it came from just like, I'm going to have it and I want it. But you know what? I'm very happy to say that I see and feel a big difference, and it's only been 8 days. I can't even imagine where I'm going to be in 30 days.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already looking forward to it, and I'm wanting to encourage everybody. I'm not boasting. I'm not, because I've been there. I've been on that other end where I'm just like, nah, I'm not having it, or maybe next time. But we're not getting any younger, and time is coming short, and I could possibly have grandkids on the way, and I want to be there for them. I want to have that longevity of life that I'm not stopping myself from it, from the blessings. So yeah, that's my story, and I know I'll probably do it again, because I know there's a lot of people that are trying to get on, or I don't know what went on, but I'll keep doing it. But for those of you guys here, for Edna, Candy, Dawn, Nay, Janelle,
yeah,
thank you guys so much for your time, because you could be binging Netflix. You could be, doing something else. But I was excited to share my story. So I'm going to pass it over to Miss Melissa. And if you guys have any questions or whatever, she's got you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited for you, Stacie. Oh my gosh. So I'll just tell you, you guys have to know that just from her story alone, that we are not, used car salesmen, or else we're very bad ones if it took me 3 years to get her on. So it is, it isn't anything that's any kind of pressure, because we want, when you get started with something, especially when you make an investment, we want you to be ready to start, and we want you to make that commitment, because it is a commitment. I mean, you can use the products, but you can buy the products, but you still have to take them, and you still have to change the way you're eating, and say you're not going to drink the Diet Coke, or you're not going to eat the bread, and make that commitment. So Stacie, I'm so excited for you. 7 pounds, 10 inches in just the first 8 days. And we're just getting started. And so I'm Melissa Adams. I have been on Zingular for 5.5 years, and I have struggled with weight my entire life. And when she said it took her 3 years, I will tell you that the lady that told me that I needed it talked to me 29 times before I said yes. I had gastric bypass surgery in 2008, and I'm 5'1", and I weighed 267 pounds. I was a size 24, and it was bad. And to get to that point, I had been on the roller coasters, and I thought that was my last resort. I was either going to do that or I was going to die. And so I had the surgery. Paid all that money for the surgery, never got down to my goal weight, lost 101 pounds, and never changed what got me there. I am addicted to food. I'm an emotional eater. I eat because when I'm sad, when I'm happy, I eat with every emotion. I just love to eat. And that's just how I masked hurt and how masked pain and all of that. So when I had the surgery, I had lost down 101 pounds. I got down to a size 14 or almost a 12 and never fixed it. So I couldn't eat a lot, but it didn't limit me to eating the stuff that I didn't need to eat, but the stuff that was my addiction. So over the next 5 years, I gained back over half of what I had lost, found myself back up over 200 pounds again and in a dark, dark hole. And so when this came about, I really, after going through all that, I really didn't think this box was going to help me do anything. But it has a 45-day, no questions asked, empty bottle money back guarantee. So the lady tells me, she says, well, if it doesn't work, you're out nothing. You're not going to throw any more money away if you try this, because it's either going to work and change your life, or it's not going to work. You're going to use it. It's not going to work. You're going to send them back the empty bottles and they're going to give you your money back. And I was just like, well, why not? What if I don't? I would wonder if this was the one thing that worked. So I got that little box, and boy, it was the biggest blessing the Lord's ever given me. I lost 12 and a half pounds and 11 inches in my first 8 days. And then I went on to lose about 43 pounds in a little bit over 4 months. And let me tell you the difference. So I was still not down to the same size, the same weight that I was after the surgery, but I was in a size 8. I never got below. I could wear some 12s after the surgery, barely even. I'd have to lay down to button and zip them. Y'all been there. I'm telling you, yeah. And I was in a size 8, and I was just like, this is amazing, because like Stacie was telling you the inches. This is a cellular metabolic reset. This is not a chemically induced weight loss. The gastric bypass was a starvation program, basically. My hair fell out. I have all kinds of health problems because of it. It basically starved my body and forced me to lose weight. So it was not a healthy program. The diet pills that I've been on in the past, that's a chemically induced weight loss. It forces your body to lose weight. So what happens when you stop? You put that weight back on. When you look at a potato, you gain 10 pounds, people. I mean, who's been there? Who has lost the same 20 pounds 100 times? I mean, that's just what happens when you do not do it the right way and you don't fix what's going on the inside. You can't stay healthy on the outside. So that's the difference in this. It's going to fix the inside of you first, and then as a result of fixing the inside, the outside, the weight just comes off and you feel amazing while you're losing weight. Our program is a systematic program. It works as a system, and we've got the products that other weight loss programs make you fail. So the first one is, when you take away stuff from your body and you're taking away food, you get tired. So that fatigue hits you. And by, Thursday, you're just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And you lay in bed and you can't do anything. And you're just like, this is not even worth it. It's not a long-term solution. The second one is hunger. So to fix the fatigue, we've got stuff that's going to give you that energy. It's going to give you clean energy, nothing that's going to make you shaky or jittery or make your heart race. It's going to give you that clean energy to where you can get through the day. The second thing is hunger. How many of you have started a diet on Monday, but first you've ate everything in the house on Sunday, so you wouldn't be tempted, right? So you start a diet on Monday, and by Thursday, somebody mentions going to eat, and you just say, "Oh, I'm in. Let's go." And then it's just a vicious cycle. So you're so hungry that you're just like, you need food. And so by the weekend, you're just like, Monday, I'm doing it this time. I'm not going to fail again. So Sunday, what happens? You eat everything in the house, and Monday, you start your diet. By Thursday, you're done again. I mean, it's just a vicious roller coaster. I don't know if y'all have been there, but I have been there like most of my adult life. And the third thing, so hunger, let me address that. You eat a lot. Stacie, do you eat a lot? I think more times than not, I have people calling saying, do I have to have my last snack? Yes, you have to eat. We want to fuel your body. You have to eat. So the next one is cravings. Just like she was talking about, Most people fail at diets because they can't handle the cravings, getting rid of the Diet Cokes, getting rid of the bread, getting rid of the carbs, getting rid of the sugars, because your body withdraws from it. It's like a drug withdrawal. When you are addicted to carbs and sugar and caffeine, that is like a drug that you're putting in your body. And that's what causes all of the disarray on the inside of your body. So when you withdraw from that, you've got to have stuff to help you so you can get through it, because your body physically detoxes from it. And a little bit of it's not fun, but you can do it because we have products to help you with the cravings. We've got amazing products that are going to help you with sugar cravings, with caffeine cravings, with carb cravings, and you don't miss them. It's the craziest thing. You don't miss them. And then the last thing is what I was talking about to begin with: body issues, hormones. If your hormones are out of whack, it makes it hard to lose weight. If your thyroid's messed up, it makes it hard to lose weight. If you've got diabetes, if you've got blood sugar issues, if you've got blood pressure issues, this is designed to balance out everything on the inside of you. So those numbers she was talking about, when she goes back to the doctor in 6 months, it is going to amaze them, just like it did my doctor. Every one of my numbers, my cholesterol, my blood sugar, everything is perfect. Today is my last day in my 40s, y'all. Woo! And not one thing is out of balance on my blood work. For the first time in my life, y'all, I had kidney failure 6.5 years ago. I do not take one medication, not one prescription medication or over-the-counter medication. I don't have to. I am not a sick person anymore. I can bend down and stand back up without crawling to the couch and pushing myself up. I can bend down and pick up my grandbabies and throw them up over my head. And I don't hurt anymore like I used to. So when she's talking about grandbabies, I've got 2. Y'all, they will wear you out, but I can keep up with them. And I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that before I started this. So it has changed my life. I am going to be 50 and fabulous. I'm just saying. And I am so thankful for this. It is designed to do it 8 days at a time. You can do anything for 8 days. You can do anything for 8 days. And, if you are not in a place where you can exercise, I did it for years without exercising. I just didn't like it. I just don't, but I can. If I want to, I can. There's just something about me in the gym. I think I'm allergic, but there's just something about it. But you have that choice. This is your journey that you can walk, that you walk. I get out and walk every day. I do something just because I can. It's amazing. My knees don't hurt. My ankles don't hurt. So we've got different programs that you can start with. And, for less than the amount that your cell phone costs, you can start with our biggest system, which is the Ultimate System. It has a 94% customer satisfaction rate. 94. We are in the entire United States, we have the highest reorder rate after the second month than any other health and wellness company in the country. And that's because our products work. Amazing. They work. We have that 45-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee with a 3% return rate. That is unbelievable. We don't ask any questions. We give 100% of your money back. And what happens is, by the end of the 8 days, you feel so good. I mean, nobody's going to pry those products out of your cold dead hand. I'm just going to tell you, they're not going to. You will fight somebody for them because you haven't felt this way in years. So the Ultimate is that's the Mac Daddy. That's going to give you a 30% discount on the products. It's going to have $100 credit towards your next order. It's going to have 13 products for head to toe wellness. It's going to address every single thing that we talked about tonight. And it's the best way to get started. That's the one I recommend for anybody who needs to lose more than 15 pounds. If you need to lose more than 15 pounds, that's the way to go. So we've got our Ultimate System. But we want you to find your fit. We don't want you to be burdened by this. We don't want you to say, oh my God, I don't spend money on myself. So we want you to find your fit. So we've got our Ultimate System. We've got the Ignite System that's right underneath that. We've got our core system that's right underneath that. And we just came out with a brand new 8-day jumpstart that they just put. That's a trial pack for 8 days. But on top of that, you start where you want to. You start where you need to. And we're going to get each one of you in a chat, find out what your goals are, find out what you want out of this, and then we'll make the recommendation. And you may be ready now. You may be ready next year. You may be like Stacie and be ready in 3 years. Whenever you're ready, it's your journey. And we just want to don't wait. That's the biggest regret anybody has. Just because that's just, it's like she said, this is the one body that God gave you, and we're not promised tomorrow. And we want to live the best version of yourself that you can. And this just helps you live better. It's absolutely amazing. We've got the Xander that she was talking about that makes it so simple because he sends you text messages telling you what to do and when to do it. And then we've got the community of support that we have. I think that was the game changer with me. Because I have done so many things where, like Stacie said, wasted money on crap that didn't work, and had bought so many things, got home and was just like overwhelmed, and nobody cared. They just wanted my money. Nobody cared if I did the program, but that's not where we are. We are a community who our one goal is to make sure you get to your goal, however that looks for you. And it's not just about your weight loss and your wellness. It's about just who you are as a person. We just want to love you and support you and motivate you and pray for you and encourage you and celebrate you, and then be there for the times that are hard, because life's still going to happen. Just because you start something like this does not mean that life is going to stop and everything's going to be, roses and rainbows. I mean, life still happens, and you need that community of people who are going to be there to say, you can walk away from that bag of cookies. You can do that. You don't have to have that chip. Say no. You can do this. And it just makes it so much easier to get through it. And not just that, but just like some people, I didn't have the finances to do this long term. And I became a walking billboard. I had people ask me all the time, what are you doing? Because so many people are on that last thread of hope, and they really don't think there's anything out there. That was me. And I would have told I would scream it from the rooftop. I wanted everybody to know how I was feeling. And this company does not pay big box retailers. They don't pay advertising. They give referral fees. And that's how I'm talking to you. There's nothing special about me, but how could you not tell somebody if you have something that works? And it's just like going to a restaurant. If I go to a good restaurant, I'm going to tell you. If I go to a bad restaurant, I'm going to tell you. So it's the referral, the referral fees that the company pays that I've paid for my products for over 5 years. And that's been a godsend right there. That has been absolutely amazing. And I'm so thankful. And that's available for anyone. Just like Stacie was like, I'm not telling anybody because I don't know if it's going to work. But now she does. And she's like, I want to. Yeah, I know people that need this. Absolutely. And the reason you're on here is because she cares about you. And she wants you to experience the same amazing thing that she has experienced this week. Let me see. Let me look at. I don't look at my notes. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Basically, that's all. I wanted to get off here and I did 15 minutes. That's pretty good. But we want you to find your fit. We don't want you to be burdened financially. And if finances are a problem, we can help you with that too, just by sharing. We don't sell, obviously. We're horrible salespeople, but it's just sharing. That's all we do. That's all I did with Stacie all those years is, every time something exciting would happen, I would send her a message and say, oh my God, this is fantastic. And she would just watch. And I knew it had to be when she was ready, just like everybody else. But with Stacie's story, her journey is going to be amazing. And I already know that she's going to be a poster child for this because she was ready. She's in her head. She's got a reason why she got started, and she's not going to stop. And when she wants to, I'm not going to let her because I love her so much. And she has become very precious to me. But you're worth it. Every one of you are worth saying yes to something and letting us support you. And Stacie and I would both be your direct coaches, so you would get the same kind of support. And Is there any questions? I'm just going to open it up to questions. Is there any questions before we end this? I know we went a little bit longer, but we had people waiting. But is there anybody that has any questions about anything? Well, when we get off here, we will get you in a, we'll get you in, you can chat. So let me see. And I'll tell you, the prices range from, our most expensive system is $549, and that's a 30 to 60 day system. Some products will even last you 90 day, and our 8-day jump start is $99. So there is, and then we have a payment plan that has an interest-free, no credit check payment plan that you can break it into 4 payments. So there is something that every single person can afford. We don't want you to feel financially burdened because of anything, especially nowadays. But it could be the biggest financial blessing that it has been for me. It's been amazing. And so other than that, what we'll do is we'll get every one of you in a separate chat with Stacie and I, find out what your goals are, make our recommendation. And when you're ready, then we'll get you started. And we appreciate you giving your time tonight. And we'll talk to you soon. Stacie, anything else that you want to add at the end?
No, I just want to again, thank everybody for their time. I appreciate you guys, and you guys know me. I'm a straight shooter. So when I believe in something, I go for it. And so I believe in this because I believe in me. And so that says it all. And so if you guys want to reach out to me too, personally, you can message me. And the same thing, one of the things was because of, the pricing, but there is so many benefits for it. And then I got it, and I didn't even have for the payment plan. It came out later. But at the same time, it's good, it's done. And then also the 8-day jumpstart is something that is like, okay, I'm going to check it out. And just like she said, it's a money back guarantee. So to me, I was sold. I was like, money back? Okay, I'm going to put them to the test, and they're going to give me my money back. That's basically what it was. Just because I already had that negative attitude of nothing's working. But I could tell you it is working because I do feel energetic. I do feel like positive, and I feel like more than just my body, but like my thinking and my brain is like cleared. It's clear. And so I was like, I can do this. And she was right. I mean, I said, do we have to have our snack? Do we have to? Because the way I was eating, the schedule that I had was not good. So I was storing fat, even though I thought, oh, well, I didn't have anything all day because I woke up late. I woke up at 11 and 12. I'm just going to pig out at 2 o'clock. And then, I had one meal a day because it was a big meal. So in between like a later lunch and an early dinner, I did have one meal, but it wasn't healthy. And then my body stored it as fat because it didn't know when I was going to eat because I was just, but you learn all this. You learn how your own body works and what works for your own body. So it's a win-win for everybody and for me. But like Melissa said, she's right. I'm recommending it because if I have something good at a restaurant, if I hear something good, I'm going to pass it along. But also, I know the people that I've invited, have had struggles and weaknesses, and some have really just kicked some butt on their own. And maybe because of this Rona mess, kind of fell back. Who knows? Either way, I'm excited to lose these. I don't know how much it is because I'm Navajo, so Navajos, we got our cheeks. But I'm excited to do what's going to happen on 30 days because it's going to be pretty amazing. And like I said earlier, God is with me on this journey because he cares about what I care about. And he cares about his creation, all of it, even the extra. But he cares about how that makes me feel. And being the daughter of a king, he's going to take care of me. And he's provided a way to do so. And I really believe that this is part of it. And so I'm thankful and I'm blessed to have Melissa be there for me and encourage me and coach me. I want to share this blessing and pass it on to you guys. And like I said, it's not about what I'm getting, it's about what I am giving. And so I'm giving myself a new shot, a new life at 49. Like I said, I wish I didn't wait this longer, but I'm doing it. So no matter where you're at, you start where you're at. And you're going to be amazed. So
That's it.
that's what I
It was nice meeting you all, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, Stacie. You're amazing. I can't wait to see your 30 days results.
Thank you guys.
Have a great night. Bye.